What's up, guys? My name's Eric Hopkins, and welcome to the Gelcast. Well, this is my WWE Backlash review and recap show that I'm going to do for you here. Tonight's show started on the kickoff show with Ty Dillinger going one-on-one with Aiden English. And I got to tell you, this is one of the first few times that I've seen Aiden English actually, sing it out with his pipes here. I got to tell you, I thought he could really carry a tune pretty well. I thought he was pretty talented, all things considered. Obviously, the gimmick, I'm not sure is going to go over very well, but I thought it was really kind of cool to see him do something a little different here. I know he's done this gimmick in NXT before, but it was kind of fun to watch it here on the main roster. But, of course, Ty Dillinger erupts and comes down to the ring. And like I predicted on my Backlash preview show, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel here, you know that I did that last week, and as predicted, I took Ty Dillinger to win this match. It was pretty much just a spot for Ty Dillinger to showcase his talents here, as he deserves it as much as he is over with the crowd. And I thought it was just your standard, kickoff show match. I mean, nothing spectacular, but Ty Dillinger ends up winning with the tiebreaker in a standard match here before the show began. Now, once the main card started, the very first match right out of the gate was Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And again, as I kind of predicted here, this was basically the coming out party for Shinsuke Nakamura. They had a pretty decent match. I thought that, all things considered, they both did pretty well in the ring, and obviously, Shinsuke gave him a good opportunity to hit his moveset here, and the match ended with Shinsuke Nakamura hitting the Kinshasa for the victory over Dolph Ziggler. It's just one of those things that in WWE, the Dolph Ziggler is here to be the job guy, to kind of make guys look better. He's what I thought, as I said last week, one of the predictions I did get wrong, I thought he was more along the lines of Sami Zayn, where he's the guy that they use to work guys and boost guys and kind of let them get victories over them and push these new stars. And Shinsuke Nakamura, while he's not a new guy to wrestling in general, he is new to here in WWE. So it was I thought it was an okay opponent for him to start. I hope the feud between him and Ziggler is over, and I hope this means bigger things for Shinsuke coming up down the line, possibly even Money in the Bank. It's coming up here before too much longer, and maybe Shinsuke can win that little briefcase there. That'd be really cool. Coming up next, we had the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match with the Usos versus Breezango. Very interesting little match here with Tyler Breeze coming out in the janitor outfit, then midway through the match or so changing into the grandma dress. Apparently the crowd was chanting "Let's go grandma" a few times. I thought that was kind of clever. And then of course one of the Usos takes the dress and throws it hard. Looked like he was trying to aim for the crowd, but ended up underthrowing it. Ended up landing on JBL's head. I thought that was pretty hilarious. But yeah, all things considered, this was okay. I mean, it was nothing spectacular, and I predicted Breezango to win the tag team titles here because I just kind of feel like they're a little bit better of a gimmick at the moment than the Usos. But long and behold, I was wrong, which happens a lot sometimes. But and really, the more I think about it after the match was over, I got to thinking about how if the Usos kept the titles here, that's probably going to set up, I'm assuming, a New Day versus the Usos feud going up here soon whenever the New Day comes back and makes their debut over here on SmackDown. So in all, I thought that was actually a pretty good booking choice going forward here. And the Breezango, well, it's just kind of, they're going to be one of those guys who have the goofy gimmick, but they're going to hopefully get some matches still. And who knows, maybe they'll still get over with the crowd a little bit here and there. But after that we had another match that I predicted wrongly. Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. I really don't know what they're doing with Baron Corbin now. I mean, he was originally supposed to win, I believe, like the Intercontinental title shortly after Mania, and now he's just losing every week. So I don't know exactly where they're going with him. Now, I'm sure the way they book things, he'll probably be in the main event level before you know it, just because they kind of have guys lose, and all of a sudden, hey, championship match, as we'll get into with Jinder Mahal here before too much longer. But yeah, Sami Zayn gets the win here when he hits the Helluva kick in the corner. And obviously he had his back worked on for most of this match, so I kind of thought that maybe, okay, Sami Zayn's going to do another job here, and Corbin's going to get his win back after Randy Orton beat him last week on SmackDown. But long and behold, Sami Zayn wins the match here. Of course, I would love to believe this is the start of a Sami Zayn push here, but more often than not, Sami Zayn will get a win or two here, and then he'll start losing again, and they don't ever go anywhere with Sami Zayn. So I'm hoping for the best, but I'm still kind of on the fence about where they're going with Sami Zayn. He's just kind of one of them guys that he is playing the underdog character here, so he is going to lose some, which personifies that character and brings it, some gravitas. But I'd like to see Sami Zayn start to get on a bit of a streak here. I'd like to see him maybe get more in the upper to, hopefully, I'd like to see him in main event level. He's talented enough to where he could pull a main event level match off. So, it would be really cool to see him get a bigger push here going forward, but we'll just have to see how they book him in the future coming up here. After that, we had Jinder Mahal pull up in a car. The Singh brothers hopped out of the car and laid down a rug, and Jinder Mahal got out of the car and was immediately interviewed. And, of course, it wasn't as bad as some of his interviews have been and his promos have been on SmackDown, but then he said the Americans hate him because of the way he looks and the way he talks. It's kind of the same stick he was saying on SmackDown, but I thought he delivered it a little bit better here. He said he was going to turn that hatred into something positive, and Mahal said that he will turn the doubters into believers tonight and win the WWE Championship from Randy Orton. Next up, we had James Ellsworth. He come down to the ring and cut a goofy promo after being the Michael Jordan of sports entertainment here, so to speak, which, they're in Chicago. They're going to poke digs at the crowd. And obviously, Aiden English did that a little bit earlier tonight on the kickoff show, saying he, was from Chicago, I think he said, and he just couldn't wait to get out of that town. But anyway, after Ellsworth came out, we had the 6-women tag match with Carmella, Natalya, and Tamina Snuka versus Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Charlotte Flair. Before I get into anything else in this match, I got to say, what in the world was Elvira doing in the ring? I'm sorry, Becky Lynch. Just something about that hair she had. She's trying something different. That's cool, and it's probably just a special thing she did for the pay-per-view, but I just did not really care for the hairstyle on Becky Lynch. But, of course, she's a great talent. I love Becky. It's just that hair was a little out there for me tonight. But, anyway, something new. I give her credit for trying it. But yeah, the match was actually pretty decent, I thought. The 6 women did a good job. Ellsworth didn't get involved as much as I thought. A lot of in and outs on the welcoming committee's part. We had, Tamina jumping in, and then we had, Carmella jumping in here and there, and Natalya doing stuff like that. And, of course, at the end of the match, Natalya ended up applying the sharpshooter to Becky Lynch, who then tapped out as Natalya and the welcoming committee get the submission victory here. All things considered, I thought this was the right move. I did predict this ending on my preview show as well, and I thought that in order to solidify the welcoming committee as a legit tandem here, a legit tag team or threesome, however you want to call it, I thought that they did a great job of doing that to get the girls over, because let's face it, with Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Naomi, the women's champion, on the other side, they had to do something to legitimize these characters, and I thought they did a pretty good job with that here. It's the right call, it's the right booking move, so I'm perfectly fine with it. Up next, we had the United States Championship match with Kevin Owens defending his United States Championship against AJ Styles. Easily, in my opinion, the best match of the night. These guys got a little time, and they did a very good job. The only thing I did not care for necessarily was the ending, so to speak. But I see why they did it. I'm not mad at them or nothing, because in this case, the ending was a count-out when AJ Styles, which I predicted was being worked over on his knee because Kevin Owens hit him with the belt on SmackDown last week, and that played into the match here, and of course he got his leg caught in the table and was unable to get back in the ring by the count of 10. So Kevin Owens gets the victory here and retains his championship. But again, I'm not, as much as I would have loved to have seen a clear-cut winner between these two, I'm not upset with it, because obviously this means we're going to get more of Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, and obviously with Kevin Owens kicking him in the head after the match was over, as he was trying to untangle his leg from the table, only solidifies that we are going to get this feud continuing here, and that's a good thing. I would like to see maybe 2 or 3 more matches with this pair, because these two are probably the top 2 best wrestlers in the company, in my opinion, at this point. Obviously, I've got their Funko Pops right here, so I'm a big fan of both these guys. So I can't wait to see both of them continue this feud, and I hope that we will get even, hopefully, better matches going forward. And I don't know if we're going to get a gimmick match, but that's kind of what they end up doing once they get these programs rolling. But more of Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles is a good thing. So. It also gives Kevin Owens something to do maybe while Chris Jericho is still out, until he makes his return at some point in the future. And after that we got kind of a nothing match. Got put in the death spot, so to speak, was Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper. It really wasn't much to it. I really don't care about this feud whatsoever. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, granted they were a part of the Wyatt family, and the Wyatt family is no more. These guys really just don't have a whole lot to do right now, especially Eric Rowan, even though it looks like they're trying to do some sort of a gimmick with Eric Rowan where he's wearing this like clown sheep mask sort of thing, and apparently he like talking to it and, being distracted by it at ringside, which ended up costing him the match, where Luke Harper hit him with a clothesline for the victory. So, this was just kind of there. It wasn't anything real fun. But, I think Luke Harper is exceptionally talented. I think he could do a great job as a singles competitor. And even Rowan's got some talent, I guess. I just think they kind of need to both kind of drop the Wyatt gimmick here, and I know it would kind of be weird to see them both this way, but maybe shave the beards, try a new gimmick. Rowan, at least, they're kind of doing something with him, but Harper, on the other hand, I'd really like to see him maybe either trim up the beard or shave it up, maybe give himself a little bit different look. He's definitely leaned down and got more muscular, so he's doing a great job of advancing that part of his character. So we'll see where they go with Luke Harper, but I hope he doesn't get lost in the shuffle, so to speak. And the last match tonight was the main event, obviously, the WWE Championship match with Randy Orton defending his WWE title against Jinder Mahal. As I said on Thursday, they did it, and I will give them all the credit in the world. They got the guts to pull the trigger on this, and you could kind of see it coming over the last few weeks that WWE was leaning toward doing this as they're trying to make a big push in India to get over a star to kind of expand their market a little bit in that country. And I totally get that. I was definitely not a fan of how Jinder Mahal got the number one contendership out of nowhere, seemingly. He lost and lost and lost, and all of a sudden won a number one contendership match, which makes him the number one contender. So that rubbed me and a lot of fans the wrong way, understandably so. But I do, like I said on my SmackDown review this week and my preview show, that ever since he became the number one contender, WWE has done a great job of booking him absolutely perfectly since then. He's been getting wins. He has been winning relatively clean. He beat AJ Styles with a little bit of help from Owens, but he's constantly been standing tall. He's been getting the best of Randy Orton. And in this match, he just got the best of Randy Orton again with the help of the Singh brothers outside the ring. We're causing distractions. And Randy Orton dropped one of these guys on their head so hard on the announce table. I felt legitimately bad for this guy. This guy fell right on the back of his neck. And the other one was pretty brutal as well. And but in the end, Jinder Mahal caught him from behind. And, just hit the callus for the 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. And surprise, surprise, the new WWE champion is the modern-day Maharaja, and Jinder Mahal. I give him all the credit in the world for trying this. One of my friends I know who's used to be a professional wrestler, he says, how else do you build new talent? You have to give guys opportunities, and for those of you out there who don't like this move, I say give it a chance. Now, I don't know how long this title reign is going to last, but especially in the last few months, or ever since Randy Orton won his championship, this title reign for Randy Orton has been rather boring, in my opinion. I said that last week in my preview show. And that's just kind of, the way his title run has been over the last few months. So I'll be really interested to see where they go with Jinder Mahal over the course of the next few weeks. My prediction is I don't think Mahal is going to be holding this title for a long time. But I don't know, unless they continue this feud with Randy Orton, exactly who is going to be his contender that he will be going up against for the foreseeable future. I mean, I wouldn't think you'd push a guy like Shinsuke Nakamura right to the title picture, but you could. The guy is obviously talented enough to do so. But we all just complained about how Jinder Mahal didn't get any wins before he got a title shot. So I don't know if you want to do that after just one win for Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see what they do. I don't know if I have a whole lot of faith in them to get it right. But if they do this right, if they continue to book Jinder Mahal the way he has been booked so far since he got the title opportunity, they have a chance to make a new star out of this. This is kind of the way you would do it, but it's just the way they got it started was a little shocking and rather unconventional for a pro wrestling show, even though Vince McMahon has said many times he doesn't consider this to be pro wrestling anymore. It's sports entertainment, and they're in the process or in the business of making stories or movies, so to speak. Even though I disagree with that to a great degree, I feel like this is a pro wrestling show. It's just Vince wants it to be something different. But we'll just have to see what they do. But until then, I guess right now, celebrate the Maharaja being the new champion, and like it or love it. I just say it'll be interesting to see how they go about it. But as for now, I'm not upset about it as much as I thought I'd be. They've done a decent job building him up, and we'll have to see what they do going forward. But what did you guys think of WWE Backlash? Jump in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on Jinder Mahal becoming the new champion and all the other matches on this show. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to tune in here tomorrow. I'll have more shows for you right here on the Jailcast on my YouTube channel. Well, that'll just about do it for me, everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel right here by clicking this round logo right here. Please click on that and subscribe for more trailer reactions, movie reviews, movie news, NFL recap shows, and WWE professional wrestling shows. I'll be going over all those shows, and you can check them out right here on the channel. Also, you can find me on my Facebook and Twitter at facebook.com/gelcast or on Twitter at EricGel. So until next time, as always, God bless.